Mr. R here, and today I'm going to show you a little bit more about expanded form. In the last video, you saw about different number forms, and you saw expanded form, but you did not see it with parentheses. And parentheses are used in math to group numbers together. So with regular expanded form, what you're used to seeing here is, 487 is 400 plus 80 plus 7. And that's expanded form without parentheses. In red, I'm going to show you what it would look like in parentheses. And the steps for that are right here. So the first thing you'll need is the digit. So I'm going to draw my first parentheses and I need the digit. Well, the first digit I see is a 4. And this expanded form just takes up a little bit more space. But that 4, well, what street is that 4 on? We have ones, tens, hundreds. So that's a 4 times 100. So the steps are you need the digit, and then the second step is times 1 in that place value. So times 4 times 100 would give you 400. Then you use the plus sign and put another parenthesis. The next digit we have is in 8. Okay, what street is that 8 on? Tens. So 8 times 10. And you know that 8 times 10 would give you 80. Close your parenthesis, that's going to make another group, and put a plus sign. 7 on 1 street. So we take the digit and then times 1 in that place value. Well, 1 is just 1. So that is expanded form with parentheses. I'm going to practice with another number, except I'm going to skip right here. I'm going to show you only with the parentheses. And to help me out, I'm going to bring this down. Okay. So I need the digit. The number is 5,631. The first digit I see is a 5. Okay, 5 times a 1 in that place value. Well, now I need to figure out what street. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So 5, I need a 5 on 1,000 street. That's going to be 5 times 1,000. Again, these two steps, find the digit and then multiply it by 1 in that place value. Plus, the next digit I have is a 6. Start my parenthesis. Times, and it's on 100th street. So a 1 on 100th street is 100. Close the parenthesis. Put a plus sign. Move this over here because I'm going to run out of space. The next digit is a 3. So start my parenthesis. 3 times a 1 in that place value. So 110 would be 10. Close the parenthesis to group it. And the last one is a 1. Plus 1, and it's on 1 street, times 1. This is expanded form with parentheses. I'm going to show you in a second what this will look like when you have numbers in decimal land. But the reason why, I want to explain the why you use times 1 in that place value. Because when you multiply by the number 1, you're going to get that same number. So 5 times 1,000 is just going to give you 5,000. Okay, let's see what this will look like with a number in decimal land. So we have 62.37 or 62 and 37 hundredths. Okay, I'll show the standard way for this quickly. 6 on 10 street is worth 60. 2 on 1 street. And then we have tenths. and hundredths plus decimal 3 plus decimal 0.7. That's the standard way. I know I did that quickly because in this video we're focusing on using parentheses. First things first is the digit. The first digit I have is a 6. And then the second step is times 1 in that place value. So a 1 on 10 street is 10. 6 times 10 plus, now we have a 2 on 1 street. So the digit is 2 times 1 in that place value plus, now we're entering into decimal land. We're passing the security guard. Things are going to look a little bit different in decimal land, but we're still following these rules. The digit is 3 plus 3 times, and then times 1 in that place value. So I need a 1 on 10th Street. So times 1/10 plus the last digit here is a 7, and it's on hundredths street. So 7 times 100th, and to get 100th, that's going to be decimal 0.1. And I'm going to show you one more number here. 544 and 267 thousandths. I'm going to do just with parentheses here. Going to follow our steps. The first digit, 5, and here's our decimal. So ones, tens, hundreds. After the decimal, people aren't living in houses. They're now living in tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Okay, 5 on 100th Street, 5 times a 1 in that place value would be 100. So 5 times 100. The next plus a 4 on 10th Street. So here's my digit, and then here's a 1 on 10th Street. Plus, I have another 4, and that 4 is on 1 street, so a 1 in that place value would just be 1. Plus, I'm just going to move that out of the way for now. Now I'm going into decimal land. I'm still following this rule here. The digit that I have is a 2, and then times 1 in that place value. Well, that place value is tenths, so times 1/10. Plus, start a new parenthesis. The digit is 6. Times a 1 on the place value of hundredths, decimal 0.1. And the last one, close your parenthesis, plus I'm going to run out of room. So I'll move over here. A 7 times 1 in that place value, which is thousandths, decimal 0.01. And quickly, I want to just share something with you. What you're doing here is you're putting that 1, this 1 that you are using, like for the 1 in the place value, wherever you put that 1 is where this digit ends up in the number. So let me show you. You've got 1 on 100th Street here. So when you do that, that's going to give you the 5. So when you move to decimal land here and you do a 7 times decimal 0.01, where this 1 is here, it's going to be replaced by a 7. So you see how this takes 1, 2, 3 places? That 7 is going to be in the third place. 1, 2, 3. Wherever you have your 1 is where that digit will end up in the number. This video explains how to do expanded form with parentheses.